Well, tonight it was not a mirage. According to health inspectors, those really were cockroaches at the Mirage. Well, we also have rats at a local restaurant as well as a demerit-driven shutdown at another.
And 13 Chief Investigator Darcy Spears serves it all up in tonight's Dirty Dining.
We begin at Praya on Sunset in Decatur. The health district shut the Thai restaurant down on March 10th for excessive demerits and uncontrolled food-borne illness risk factors.
We're here because you guys had that closure from the health district where they shut you down and gave you 52 demerits, which is a ton of demerits. And it's like that's enough to shut down a restaurant just based on demerits alone. Do you guys feel like you deserved all of that, or what can you say about that inspection?
I think for the shutdown, now it's kind of better than the before.
Before, inspectors found cooked chicken stored in a reused cardboard box. Curry was cooling in the same sink as dirty equipment. Washed cucumbers and eggplants were stored on dirty shelves. Expired sticky rice in the fridge dated back to March 2nd, and there was a repeat violation for raw chicken, pork, and shrimp being stored in the same container.
So when the health district came in and wrote up all the violations, was it a surprise to you guys?
Yeah, it's surprised.
Yeah. Did you think there was that much wrong in the kitchen?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Other violations included cooked chicken stored at room temperature that had to be thrown out, employee cell phones on prep surfaces, lettuce that was not washed before being cut, and a person in charge who was not knowledgeable in basic food safety. This manager, who only identified herself as Kate, attributed some of Praya's problems to not enough foot traffic.
Business had been slow and not too
yes,
many
yes,
customers.
yes,
And
not
is that why things kind of got neglected in the kitchen?
Yeah.
She said the restaurant completely shut down for a while due to COVID restrictions, so finances were a factor too.
If they don't have money, they cannot to buy something like that.
Praya Thai reopened March 12th with a zero demerit A grade. Across town, a restaurant in Commercial Center on Sahara and Maryland Parkway that's simply named Nigerian Food was shut down March 10th for 2 imminent health hazards, no hot water, and a rat infestation. Inspectors went to Nigerian Food to follow up on a complaint about dirty floors in the kitchen, flies resting on cooked food, a manager not wearing a mask, staff seen spitting on the floor, and no hand soap in the bathroom or kitchen, but they found even more than that. The evidence of rats was everywhere. Rodents had chewed up and urinated on multiple food packages in the dry storage area. Inspectors noted excessive rodent droppings on food contact surfaces, containers of dried foods, dishes, food supplies, food shelves, and the corners of cooking and holding equipment. There was also excessive old food, buildup, and standing water throughout the kitchen, and excessively moldy basil in the fridge. The owner said Nigerian Food is still closed because she's still working on the rodent issue, which is a problem for the whole building. She'd been traveling for several days before the inspection and says the guy she hired to clean was drunk or high, leaving a lot of issues in the kitchen when inspectors arrived. But she says the health district's pictures make it look worse than it is. She called the whole experience expensive and frustrating. Inspectors shut down Vanilla Rice's Hibachi House, a food truck near Flamingo in Sandhill, after a verified complaint on March 10th. The person complaining said the truck was sending noxious fumes and generator noise into the nearby neighborhood. It also noted food was being transported to the truck using personal vehicles. Inspectors found the food truck owner was indeed transporting multiple pans of raw chicken, raw shrimp, and other potentially hazardous foods on the dirty floor of an unrefrigerated van. They also documented an imminent health hazard of no potable water as the truck was getting its water from a garden hose. In a statement, owner Zach Tolan said Hibachi House prides itself in having a wonderful and trusted connection with customers. He says health inspectors happened to show up on the day their truck broke down, writing, "We had to get the food from our commercial kitchen that we prepared earlier in the day to the truck. The food was transported in our van within 20 minutes. The inspector didn't make us discard any food." Regarding the water supply, he said the food truck had potable water but was using the wrong hose, close. Hibachi House reopened the next day, March 11th, with a 0 demerit A grade. The main kitchen dishwashing area at the Mirage Hotel Casino on the Strip was shut down March 12th for a multi-generational cockroach infestation. In addition to the bugs, inspectors found heavy food debris accumulated below dish machines and in floor drains. It was re-inspected March 16th and got a 0 demerit A grade.
MGM Resorts sent a statement emphasizing the importance of adhering to the highest standards and saying it took immediate steps to resolve this isolated issue. We also have one more imminent health hazard closure involving a kettle corn cart. Details on that on our website at ktnv.com. Darcy Spears, 13 Investigates.